You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Okay, let's unpack some really fascinating developments from the world of data and tech today.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
We're going to try and pull out the key bits, really focus on how companies are wrestling with these huge data challenges, changing up their infrastructure.
And even rethinking something as basic as, who owns what system, it's quite the mix.
Absolutely. We want to look at the scale, the tools, and, like you said, the human side of making it all work.
Exactly. It all seems to connect when you look closely.
So first up, let's talk scale. LogHouse. Going from 19 petabytes to over 100 petabytes.
It's staggering. And handling 500 trillion rows of data.
But the how is what got me. They didn't just add more machines, right? They changed something fundamental.
That's the key. They replaced OpenTelemetry, swapped it out for a native ClickHouse to ClickHouse pipeline.
Using something called SysX, their own custom layer.
And the result? CPU usage dropped by 90%.
90%. That's not just an optimization, that's transformative.
It really is. Think about what that means for cost and capability in real-time observability. Suddenly, monitoring everything isn't just a dream.
It becomes practical, makes that idea of wide event data actually feasible.
Precisely. Especially when paired with a good UI like SuperDX provides. It signals a shift in high-fidelity telemetry.
Okay, so that's observability. But what about core enterprise data, like Salesforce, handling AI workloads?
Another massive scale example. They've re-engineered their Data Cloud Lakehouse.
Supporting, 4 million Apache Iceberg tables?
And 50 petabytes of data. Just huge numbers.
So what did? It wasn't just about storage, right? It was about flexibility for AI.
Exactly. They moved away from the older Hive metastore to a more open, multi-engine setup.
Using Spark, Hyper, Trino,
Yeah.
usual suspects.
Right, but the point was enabling things essential for AI and modern data needs, like schema evolution.
Plus, the data structure can change without breaking everything.
Yeah, crucial. And ACD compliance, making sure the data stays consistent even at that scale.
And real-time processing, too, through events.
Event-driven optimization, yes. Getting data ready for AI models almost instantly. It's really a blueprint for building an AI-ready enterprise data platform.
Okay, moving from the massive infrastructure to the tools. What's new and interesting for the folks actually building stuff, I saw MariaDB mentioned with vector search.
Yeah, that's definitely noteworthy. MariaDB Community Server 11.8 LTS.
It's got vector search built in now with native indexing.
And SIMD optimization, so it's fast. Vector search is becoming super important.
Why now, though? What's the big driver?
AI and machine learning, mostly. Think semantic search, recommendation engines, applications that need to find similar things, not just exact matches.
Right, understanding context and meaning.
Exactly. So having that capability baked into the database efficiently is a big plus. Plus, they added better Unicode support and temporal tables, too. More tools in the toolbox.
And speaking of tools, Iceberg came up, making it easier to work with Iceberg tables in Python.
Yeah, simplifying access. You can use it with lighter engines like PyArrow or even DuckDB.
DuckDB keeps popping up everywhere.
It does. This whole Iceberg thing shows two trends, really. One is the continued rise of these open formats like Parquet and Iceberg.
And the other?
The value of lightweight, local compute. DuckDB is fantastic for running analytics locally, maybe even acting as a cache for those big table formats.
So you don't always need a massive cluster just to explore some data.
Right. It simplifies things, speeds up analysis. It's a powerful combination.
But, all this tech is great. But if people don't know who's responsible for what?
Chaos ensues. Which brings us to LinkedIn.
Their cruise model. I thought that was a really smart, practical idea for tackling system ownership.
It is. The problem of unclear ownership, especially in big, complex orgs, is very real.
So they assigned every single asset, every system, to a specific, stable team.
With a clear manager, clear on-call rotation, everything defined.
What are the big benefits they saw?
Much better resilience, especially when teams reorganize. Clear escalation paths. You know exactly who to call.
And it helps group related things together.
Yeah, they bundle assets into larger products, better visibility, better accountability overall. It just cuts through the confusion.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, let's zoom out. The big picture. Cloud strategy. We keep hearing about this private cloud comeback. Is that really happening?
The numbers suggest it is. Something like 93% of enterprises are using a hybrid strategy now.
And nearly 70% are actually moving workloads back from public cloud, repatriating.
That's what the reports indicate. It's a definite shift, or at least a rebalancing.
Why? What's driving that? I thought public cloud was the future.
It offers amazing agility, no doubt, but for certain things, priorities are shifting back towards security, strict compliance needs,
I know, Con.
and definitely cost predictability. That's a huge one. Apparently, 90% of IT leaders are prioritizing private cloud specifically for better financial visibility.
Interesting. So it's less about either and more about right tool for the job.
Exactly. It's becoming a more nuanced, strategic decision based on workload, security, and finance. A real pivot in thinking.
Wow. Okay, so from petabyte scale systems and clever pipelines to new database tricks, local analytics, better team structures, and even shifting cloud strategies.
Yeah, the data landscape is definitely not standing still. It's constantly getting bigger, faster.
And hopefully smarter with all these changes.
Indeed. And maybe that's the final thought for everyone listening. Seeing all these advancements, the scale, the tools, the organizational shifts, the strategy changes, how does that make you think differently about information?
Yeah, what could you maybe unlock? What efficiencies or insights could you find by applying some of these ideas in your own world?
Something to chew on.
You've been listening to The Vocal Technologist. Tune in next time.